in a situation on the street, and this fellow was a big, strong guy, and he was really taking control as he's creating a disruption of ministry that was taking place. And he was using, he's speaking out, saying that the Quran and the Bible are the same, and I said they weren't. And the Quran was peaceful, and I said, hey, I just read a verse that said the opposite of that. And that instead of helping the situation, he just went out of control, and he ran off. And it was really a very violent situation on the brink of, possibly getting punched or something. That's it.
So I kind of was out for a walk with Rebecca, and as we were coming around the block, it was kind of a darker neighborhood area, and saw these three guys talking, and one of them very agitated and saying over and over again, I'm offended at these Christian dudes who won't listen to me. And so I kind of turned around and I went like, oh really, you're offended, huh? And just engaged him in conversation and ended up just listening to him. And these two other guys were kind of trying to calm him down, and also kind of trying to say like, dude, you're so self-focused, like get out of yourself for a little while. And after a certain amount of time of listening to him, he started to slow his speech a little bit, and I just kind of walked up to him and I just said, hey, I think one of those guys you were talking to was a friend of mine, and if you're offended, I'm sorry. And I put my arm around him, and he put his arm around me, and he hugged me, and the other guys were just like, oh, wow, see, that's what Christianity is. Like, that's what these other guys were expecting. And the guy in the middle, just kind of this big guy, really, really softened a lot, which amazed me. And a couple other guys kind of came up and enjoyed the conversation. At that point, I just felt like it was time for us, my partner and I, to head out.
So actually, on the way for Heidi's engagement, he passed me by after you had talked to him, and we were actually ministering to 7 other guys, and he just kind of yelled at us and shouted at us and said some profanity, and he was clearly not happy. But then after that, he was down and engaging our 7 guys. We got done with them. We had great ministry time with them. He marched down the streetways, and then they were engaged with him. And it was definitely still quite agitated. So Russell, my partner, and I, we were thinking about what we should do about that. We prayed for discernment, and we finally engaged him. And we went down, and we just put our hand on his shoulder and shook his hand, introduced ourselves, and totally dissuaded the situation. The whole atmosphere changed. And the 7 guys that he was talking with, they just got out of there because they wanted to actually go. And we just continued to have a normal conversation with him. So it was able to get to a de-escalation. And really, actually, 3 teams I think ended up ministering to this guy and actually, indeed, showing the love to him. So love Twin Cities. God bless you guys.